If you're a heat and air conditioning technician or even a salesperson, what does protecting your back end have to do with scams, and how can you protect yourself? This is a fantastic question. I'm Scott Sylvan Bell, coming to you live for HVAC technician sales secrets on a perfect day to talk about sales and business, and a fantastic day to talk about you. I'm coming to you live from Sacramento. All right, so here's the thing. Protecting your back end. I want to give you an example. Let's say that you go to Vegas, and you go to one of the great casinos there. Pick whatever casino you like. And you put $300 in the slot machine. And out of that $300, you gain some money, you lose some money, but at the end of the evening, you walk away with zero. And so your brain goes, I got to protect my back end. I've got to go try to win some of that money back. I got to go try to get some of that money back. I got to go try to, because I put in time and I put in money, I need to get this back. And this thing's going to come up a lot. Time and money, time and money, time and money. And the reason I bring up protecting your back end is there may be a time where you go to work for a company, and let's say that you get started in March or April, and there is a bonus with a deadline that says, hey, start in March or April, and we will pay you out in July. 3 months. We'll pay you out in 3 months. And so you put in the time, and then they come to you, and they go, hey, sales dude, it's been really busy. I know it's summertime. We got bills we got to pay. How about we do this? How about instead of us paying you in July, we are going to pay you in October or September? And your brain's like, okay, well, I put in time and energy and I need the money because I was promised the money and I was going to get the money. So I'm going to go ahead and do it. Okay. So now you've just protected your back end. Now you've just protected, like, here's all the things that I'm going to do. And sometimes there's some scumbag companies, there's some scumbag entrepreneurs, there's some people who never planned on paying you, but they're going to keep dangling that carrot in front of you, right? Put in more time and we will give you more money. And you have to be aware that this happens as a consumer. This happens as an employee. This happens as an entrepreneur. It happens everywhere, that we try to get even. We try to protect our back end. We try to stick in the game longer instead of writing off a loss. And this right here is why you should join my email publication. I'll give you the goods, not the Facebook group, not YouTube channel, not in the YouTube channel. So you go to this URL, type it in to the browser, and drop in your name, your email address, and your phone number. That's it. Super 3 hard pieces of information that you probably know. So here's the thing. There is a point where you got to learn to walk away. There is a point where you got to learn to say, I'm done, finito. I'm done. And I lost, and I'm going to chalk it up to a loss. So I got a friend that bought a business, and they invested, I don't know, round number, 100 grand in, and they couldn't let it go. They couldn't let that money go. And so they just kept going deeper and deeper and deeper into debt instead of saying, hey, I'm going to cut my losses. I'm going to call it good. And so this happens with relationships. We put in time or we put in money in relationships. It's one of those two things. Most of the time, they're going to get you caught up to get you stuck on fixing the back end, right? So sometimes you got to look at a relationship like Las Vegas, where I went to the slot machine and I put in a whole bunch of time. Could be a company, right? Put in a whole bunch of time, and I keep trying to put more time in to fix my back end to make the money that I should have made. Okay. Or you were supposed to get paid. You didn't get paid. You're not going to get paid, but you stick around and you hang out and you keep working for that company and you keep taking, what you shouldn't because you want your money. You're like, pay me. And they keep going, I will. Just give us more time and then we will push the money out. One of the ways that you protect yourself against scams is pay attention to when you're trying to get even. Like you even, not like, hey, I got to get even with you, even in money or even in time, right? I can think of times in my life where I have 100% screwed up on this. And my brain goes, protect your back end, protect your back end, protect your back end. And I didn't really think of like, oh my goodness, I'm walking up to a slot machine and I'm pulling the wheel and I just keep putting more time into the slot machine. And it's not netting a result. It's not giving me what I need from this relationship. It's not giving me what I need from this business partnership. It's not giving me what I need from this position inside of a company. And so for you, what you need to know is you need to have your ability to go, look, I've lost. I sat at the poker table, I pulled the arm on the slot machine, but at the end of the day, I got to say, hey, it didn't work. I'm done. And then I'm going to write it off. Now, as the backup, the last piece of the story is the hard thing. The hard thing is letting it go. The hard thing is like I put in time, energy, effort, risk, money, or reputation. And there's all those things that went wrong, right? I had a really bad event happen in my life. And I caught myself the other day going, this event happened and I'm mad at this person. I'm angry at this person. I'm like, I really got to let it go. It was a while ago. They don't care about it. Why do I care about it? Okay. This happens to me too. Hi, I'm Scott. I screw up too. I'm not a perfect human being, but I caught myself trying to like emotionally get back in and saying, how do I get my back end? How do I fix this? And sometimes you don't. And so sometimes it takes therapy. Sometimes it takes talking to a religious person. Sometimes it takes aggression. Like there's all the things that you go through, like, hey, how can I fix this? And how can I break the rules? And how can I break the law? That's not the direction you want to go, right? So protecting your back end, you've got to pay attention. You should, you could, you don't have to, right? But like your brain is going to start telling you, how do I protect my back end? And how do I fix the time, the energy, effort, the risk, the money, or the reputation that I lost? And sometimes you can't. That's the tough thing. When you can't, they're like your brain searching and it's like, I'm craving to fix this thing and I can't do it. That's really when you need to get some help. That's really when you need to get some coaching, some training, talk with a mentor, talk with a clergy member, talk with a therapist, talk to a psychologist. Like get the help that you need when it comes to like, I'm trying to protect my back end. Like there was a wine scam that they were talking about, they being some news source, where a lot of famous people put money in with somebody who was supposedly fake. And we're talking like $9 million. And the people who were supposed to be super smart investors and multimillionaires kept putting in more money to protect their back end because they wanted to see the results. So this just doesn't happen to salespeople, entrepreneurs, business owners. This happens to multimillionaires, and it's the formula to say, hey, look, how am I getting scammed? And what do I got to do about it? It's typically time. I need to put more time in, or I need to put more money. And if you catch yourself doing this, trying to catch up to the back end, trying to catch up to your loss, it's when you're going to be in, could be in a world of hurt. You got one of three things to do from here. Just one of three. Find the subscribe button, click on it, and every time I send out a video, you will get an update. 2, hit follow. 3, share this video with a friend, right? So you got to subscribe, like the video, share the video. I mean, like it's not that super hard. Pay attention when you're protecting your back end. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.